Hi, Lapis here. So I just thought I'd give everyone a bit of an update as to why activity on my YouTube channel and my Twitter account has kind of dropped off of late. And I thought I should be honest about the problems that have been ongoing in my life, especially for these past 6 months, that have made them some of the most unhappy times in what I see as a very unhappy and unfulfilling life. So about 6 months ago, I dropped out of university. Now, my parents don't call it that. They are still under this delusional idea that I'm going to come back in September and that everything's hunky-dory. And I've even lied to some of my friends and said that I'm still in university because I want them to think that everything's all right and they don't have to worry about me, that everything's fine, it's just fine. And I can keep up that illusion that I am a happy person, that I am a fulfilled person, that I am a successful person who is productive, who is useful. But the sad truth is that I'm none of these things. And while I was going through my studies, it wasn't that I found the workload difficult or that I found the subject matter difficult. On the contrary, I found it quite engaging and fascinating, and I thought a lot of people were quite impressed with my abilities and the way I was engaging with the course material. But the problem is that I felt absolutely no emotional connection to what I was doing. This all-prevailing sense of apathy had begun to seep everywhere in my life. And I couldn't think of any sort of reason why I should commit myself to working hard, to why I should commit myself to finishing the course load, to why I could commit myself even eventually to going to class, because I began to feel as if that it was all pointless, that it was contributing nothing, that I was contributing nothing because I was nothing to myself. I meant absolutely nothing to me. And so education seemed almost narcissistic. It seemed like an extravagance that I didn't deserve because I wasn't giving it my all, and I couldn't give it my all because I didn't think that I was worthy. I didn't see in myself a beautiful, happy person. I just saw a disgusting wretch who didn't deserve anything. And so I felt absolutely no motivation for anything that was going on in my life, and I stopped going to classes. And eventually I just kind of drifted out of university that way. And at first I thought, okay, well, now that you're on your own, you'll get a chance to improve your mental health. You'll get a chance to sort yourself out as a person, and you can get right back into it in September. But that's not how it turned out. As truth turned out, I was rather bad at coping with the huge amount of time I was on my own during the day. And both of my parents now started working for a while. My mother was a stay-at-home mom, but that's not the case anymore. And my friends had barely any time for me in their busy lives. And even when they did, I was just so afraid to reach out to them that I barely saw anyone at all. I began to feel like I was the only person in my life, and that everyone else were just these shades that were drifting in and out and in and out. But it didn't mean anything, that none of these people I could connect to. None of these people had any sort of meaning to me. They were just ships passing in the night. And I began to look at my life, and I began to think of it as even more pointless than before. And I tried to distract myself from this creeping depression with video games and books, but it didn't work. And ever so slightly, I began to do less and less and less and contact less and less people, because I began to feel that, one, I wasn't worth their time, and two, even if I could contact them, there would be nothing meaningful in it for them. You know, why would they want to spend time with someone who was so worthless? Why would they want to spend time with someone who was so broken, who was so isolated, who was so out of touch? And so I began to see my YouTube channel in a very similar light as well. I began to think, well, who wants to hear these opinions of some random, uneducated 19-year-old? What on earth does that matter? Like, as if anyone cares what about I have to say, and as if I have any sort of impact on these massive systems. You know, patriarchy, capitalism, these things are so powerful, and I have nothing compared to that. I have no way I can influence that. These are such powerful struggles. If I was a liberal, I could delude myself that my personal consumption and that the way I could police other people's language and behavior was making some sort of difference to these systems, but the truth is that it's not. It's not at all. And, you know, these sassy clapbacks I'm making on Twitter, what is this doing? How is this helping anyone? How is this feeding the homeless? How is this helping the people who are being bombed in Idlib in Syria? How is this helping the people who are the victims of genocide in Myanmar? How is this helping even the people in my own country, Canada, the First Nations that go through so much every day? And what am I doing to help them? How can I help them? I'm just one person, and I'm not even a good person. I'm a worthless person. So I began to feel like, why should anyone listen to what I have to say? But over the past few weeks, I've decided that I can't keep going like this. I can't keep beating myself up over and over again and saying, Lapis, you're a horrible person. Lapis, no one could possibly ever think, even for a second, that you pass as a woman. Lapis, you're just a joke. You're a massive joke to the world. No, I can't keep doing this anymore. I need to build a foundation for myself, and I need to build a foundation for other people. I need to bring these people back into my life, because the reason that they were ships passing in the night in the first place is because I pushed them out to sea. I let them drift away because I was too scared. I let my insecurities ruin my life. It wasn't natural. It wasn't fate. I chose this. I chose this because of my low self-esteem. I chose this because of my self-hatred, because of my delusions of grandeur. I chose this misery that I'm living. But if I chose it, that means then I can also choose a different path. That means I can also choose to be inspiring to other people. That means I can also choose to forge new connections with people, even if I've let old ones drift. And it means I can choose to be a better person. I can choose to be more than what I am right now. Broken. I can choose to put myself back together again. And I want to help. And I'll need your help for that to happen. And I hope that I can help you too, and that I can help in whatever small way, in whatever insignificant way I can, to make your life a better place, to make this world a better place, to make my community a better place, and to make this world just a bit more safe, just a bit more comfortable. And if I can do that, if I can just do a little bit to make other people happy and to make myself happy, then I'll know that it was all worthwhile. So I will be posting more regularly on Twitter. I will be posting more videos weekly to this YouTube channel, because I've decided that I need to stop judging myself on a global scale and start focusing on these small interpersonal connections, because that's where I can really make a difference. Of course, on the scale of the universe, I'm insignificant, but on the scale of these little individual atoms, I'm everything. And the people in my life are everything too. And I just want to show them that I can be a good person and that they mean something to me, that they're worth something. And I want to help them not get trapped the way I have, in self-loathing, in self-hatred, in solipsism. I want to help them. And even if I fail, at least I'll know I did my best. Thank you, and ta-ta for now.